Hello my friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a chit chat and a haul as well. It's been a while since I have done like a sit down video and I'm very much looking forward to it. I have all kinds of fun stuff that I've picked up recently to share with you, and then I also wanted to talk a little bit about my spring decorating plans. It's never too soon to start planning things out, especially now as the stores are starting to carry all of their new like spring items. And so I have a bunch of fun things to share with you. We're definitely having a more casual day at home today. It's a good thing you can't see in the living room because it's covered with cars and Hot Wheels and monster trucks. The older two are actually back at school today. Even though it's a holiday, we had school today. So it's just been kind of a comfy, casual day. We were actually out of town over the weekend. Macy had a gymnastics tournament. And so I got the opportunity to stop in Kirkland's, and I always make it worth my trip. When I go, I was like, I'm on a hunt for things for our family room downstairs as well as spring decor, and it did not disappoint. I had to kind of stop. I'm like, Crystal, let's back up a little bit. Let's think about what we're picking up. And so yeah, I have lots of good things that I'm very excited to share with you. But we had a really good weekend. So she did very well in her gymnastics tournament, or meet I should say, and then Madden also had his Pinewood Derby for Cub Scouts. So it was a very busy weekend. But anyways, let's jump into the haul, shall we? I'm gonna start with, so most of the items here are for either my spring decor or for our family room downstairs. I have some Kirkland's, some Hobby Lobby, and a couple of Target things. Nothing like crazy from Target, but a couple of good things that I wanted to also share with you. Shopping around here is very limited. We have a Target, we have a Walmart, and we have a Hobby Lobby. So I tend to share things from those stores more on my channel just because that's what we have around here. But I was so excited to get into Kirkland's, and I'm going to start off with one of my things that was on my list. I kind of talked about this in my winter decorating video, but I was on the hunt and I was already eyeing them online, but I wanted to see them in person. Candlesticks. Now they just came out with these gorgeous wooden candlesticks, and I was talking about wanting to get two for each side of my mantle for spring, and I found them and they are huge. I'm so glad I went and saw them because they come in 3 sizes. There's basically a small, medium, and large. I got the small and medium. They barely fit in there, but look how pretty that wood is. It's going to look so well with the clock, the wood that goes around the clock that we have up there. And so this is the small one, and they all are like just a different type of detail to them. You can kind of see they're different shapes, but they all go together. And so I ended up getting 2 of these small ones and 2 of the mediums, and the large one is very tall. I want to say the large one was 20 inches. This is 16 inches, and then the large is 20. So this is 12, 16, and then they also had a 20. I thought about getting the 20, but that almost is like too big, I think, for what I'm wanting to do with it. But anyways, I did pick up these candlesticks. They are huge, they're gorgeous, and I'm excited about those. Now, when I did go into the store, they had 20% off your entire purchase. So that's kind of why I decided to finally go ahead and just get these. So these will be going on my spring mantle, but I'm also thinking until then, because I'm not decorating quite yet, I'm going to find like a different use for them just because I want to start using them right away. They're just so pretty. Next from Kirkland's, I went ahead and picked up this pillow. I love it for lots of reasons, but I picked this up to go on our family room sectional downstairs. It's dark brown, so I really want to brighten things up with some lighter pillows, and this is going to go like in the corner of the sectional with some of my other pillows. But this is a gray, got something on it there, gray with beige writing, and stay a while is what it says. I feel like you can use this a lot of different places. It would be perfect on a bed or a bench, but for me, I'm going to use it on a sectional for now. I'm sure it'll move around my house like over the years, but I loved that, so I picked that pillow up. Now, later this week, it's either going to be Thursday or Friday, I will share with you a family room update. I have some exciting things happening down there this week, which I will talk about after I share with you everything else that I picked up. But yes, you'll want to stay tuned, and then I'll share with you where everything kind of ends up. So the next piece I found kind of inspired my spring decor for this year, and I'm going to share this with you and you'll probably know the direction I'm going to go. But I found this beautiful blue sign and it says locally sourced seeds and blooms, and I just fell in love with it. I think it's beautiful. And it was only $16.99, which I thought was a fairly good price for Kirkland's. So for my spring decor and probably into summer as well, I'm going to be adding some blue to my decor. So in previous years, I've decorated with pink for spring, and I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to add in some touches of blue or the navy as well. So the stores have just had some like really beautiful things in the stores. I'm like, I have to give in. I just love this blue so much. So yes, this is kind of my whole inspiration for my spring decorating, and even into summer as I transition more into like lemon decor. Like navy blue with the lemons is still really pretty. So blue is going to be, I think, my base color for both spring and summer. So yes, I gotta have a little color when I decorate seasonally. So this kind of inspired everything. And then I'm like, okay, I need to find just a few more blue pieces, and I'm sure I'll find a few more like as we go, now that I know that's what I'm going with. But they had this vase, and I also really like that. I don't have a ton of vases, and something I kind of struggle with in the past is decorating with a lot of florals. And so I'm going to challenge myself to also be doing that. But this was $12.99, and I'm echoing. But anyways, very good size for the price as well. So just picture like some really pretty flowers and greenery coming out of this. And I think this will probably end up in the living room or entryway table. We shall see, but I'll definitely be using it. I just thought it was really cute. Before I even got there, I actually did a store pickup as well for another item that I knew I wanted to make sure they had it like ready and like set aside for me before I even got there, because I was so excited that I finally had a place for it. So goodness, how long ago did I buy that mirror in my living room? Probably 2 years ago now. And I was kind of debating between that style and another style. Ultimately, I went with that one, of course, but I always had in the back of my mind, like, where could I put this other mirror? It's been on like my favorites list with them for years now, and I finally was like, I think I have the perfect spot for this. So I purchased a mirror. I cannot remember the exact title of the mirror, but I'll walk you downstairs and show it to you once I get done sharing all these things. But yes, between like a gift card, rewards, and a discount with the coupon, I got it for a steal, and I'm very excited about it. So yay, the family room is coming together. So cannot wait to share it all with you. But then as I was checking out these other things, they had like this whole display of like mini signs. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea they even had these. And so I found a couple because I have so many different like shelves that I'm going to be decorating downstairs, and they're just kind of nice to have around the house. So I found this one, Grateful and Blessed. It's like the black, I don't even, you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but it says Grateful and Blessed. It's just a very simple sign, which I really like. A lot of different ways to use this, either on top of like some stacked books I think would be cute on a shelf, or I even like was playing around with it on my TV stand. It looked really nice on one of those little shelves. So picked up that. Perfect, I think, for the family room. The next sign I picked up was one I was like, that is perfect, like for my navy decor that I'm going to be going with. I had to grab this one, but it's just it's a small, I wouldn't say it's mini by any means, but just a small little sign. What does it say? It's a 4x6, so it's a decent size, but totally using this in the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen, of course. Homemade, made fresh, cooking with love. Not everything's homemade, but don't tell. And then this last one, I didn't really realize the color of it until I got it home and looked at it, but it says forever a family and always, or forever and always family. I was like, this must go in our family room. It's just perfect, right? It says family. So the thing I didn't notice is that the background is actually like a light green, and then the words are green. I knew the words were green, but I was thinking it was white. But we're gonna try to make that work anyways on one of my shelves or tables down there. So I think that's it from Kirkland's. Yeah, it was really fun to get in there. It had been since when I did the Christmas shop with me, since I had been in there last. And so fun times for sure. And they were pretty busy too, like things were flying out of there. But I may try to go back here yet before I do my spring decorating. I'm not quite sure yet. I kind of need to make a Costco run, so I might make a pit stop to Kirkland's on the way. We'll see. So let's move on to, let's do some Target now. A couple of Target things to share with you. I did pick up these pillows to go on the sectional as well. I went in there with the intent of buying different ones, and then I saw these. I'm like, I like these a lot better because I like the stripes, and it's kind of like a black, is it black and ivory or cream color? I think it's black. I'm gonna call it is black. But I got two of these larger style pillows. The larger pillows just work really great for each end of the sectional. So got those, and it actually, I'll show you this, kind of goes well with the stripes. So I'll mix and match these with a couple of like solid pillows. It will be good to go. So I got two of these big striped ones. And then I also grabbed, since I had to look through the Hearth and Hand stuff, right? You cannot go into Target without looking to see if they put out anything new. And I'm glad they did, or that I did, because they did start putting out some things that were coming out in the next few days in their launch. So I saw this throw blanket and I fell in love with it. It was a little bit more pricey, but I can get all of spring and summer out of having this out. So I thought that that was totally worth it. But it's like a fringe style blanket, but it gives me kind of like chambray vibes the way it is. Like, it's super pretty. I can't remember, they called it a gauze throw, I believe. But it has fringes all the way around. It has like on the sides, it has like this fringe. And then on the other side, it has these. So I just thought it was unique and will be really pretty either on a blanket ladder or draped on my chair. We shall see, but it's solid, so it'll pair a lot with my pillows that I already have or plan to use. So I grabbed that. That's the only navy thing I picked up. And then to go along with my spring decorating, I picked up one of these faux stems. It's a Dahlia. Did I say that right? Probably not. I'm sure you'll correct me. But I struggle with finding flowers that I actually like really like. And I saw these, I'm like, those are actually really pretty. I like just the different colors of pinks, and it'll just go really well with some of my other decor that I have. So that's kind of my spring, I guess, decorating color scheme. I'm going with the pinks and the blues. It should be interesting to see how it all comes together, but I do think it'll be pretty. So I got that to pop in a vase. Ooh, maybe my blue, I don't know. That might be too much. I'm gonna try to space it out a little bit. I don't wanna overdo it with the blues and pinks, but we'll see. Maybe I shouldn't try this. No, that looks ridiculous, but you get the point. I lied, I found one more thing that I picked up from Kirkland's. So I have been eyeing these baskets or trays for a year or two now, and I decided to go ahead and get it while I was there. I think I was just getting so excited to finally be in Kirkland's and to be alone that I was like, yes, get the tray, Crystal. So I picked up this large woven tray, and I think this is going to be just beautiful. I'm kind of thinking it will go on our coffee table in the living room for the spring and summer. I just love the texture that it adds. I'm kind of missing some texture in our living room over those months. And so I went ahead and grabbed that. Now this price was, I think, pretty good. $34.99, 20% off. The Target ones I think they had were probably pretty similar in price. I'm not sure about the sizing or anything like that, how it compares, but this is a giant tray and I think it'll look really nice on our coffee table. Next is Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh, I only have two things. I did so good. No, I have two things downstairs in the family room that I will show you that I also picked up. So back what I did when we ran to Hobby Lobby, I was looking at that big medallion metal wall art for a guest room. I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I did go back and buy it because they only had one, and I knew it would haunt me for months if I missed out on that. So I did go back and pick that up. So then I was just kind of browsing around to see if they put out any other new spring items, and they did. But this one is unique, and I thought it was a decent price too, but it was, of course, 40% off in the spring shop, normally $19.99. It says it's food safe, hand wash only. I'm not going to be serving food on it, although I could. It would be really cute. But this is going to be going in my kitchen and be just like a fun tray to use. The plan is to, I think, put it on my cooktop, my glass cooktop stove. And I think a candle in the middle would be really pretty. I like to add these wood tones, and I think it'll pair really well with a lot of the cutting boards that I have out. I also kind of propped it up against my cutting boards and it kind of blended in, but then I had like my plant on it and that also looked really cute. So there's lots of different ways to use this. Also on my shelves to just prop up different things that I'm decorating with. So yeah, it's just like a wood tray with some cute little legs on it. Super cute. Love it, and it will be used year-round in my home, even though it was part of the spring shop. This next item, the last one I think I have up here to share with you, was an unexpected find, but it's this cute little rainbow ceramic planter. Now, I just redid the twins' room back, right before Christmas, and they wanted a rainbow theme. And I was really struggling to find like more like boyish type rainbow stuff, but I think I can totally make this work in their room on either their shelf on the wall or their hutch with a plant in it. I thought it was so fun. Even Macy was like, oh, that's so cute. So it could totally work in her room like when they outgrow their whole rainbow thing. But it was on an end cap, $9.99, and I couldn't leave it there. I was like, that is just perfect. My camera battery died, so that probably means I either shop too much or talk too much. So pink and navy is the plan. I don't know, would you consider this navy or blue? Whatever, but I just think these are so pretty, and totally blame this sign right here. So the plan for the kitchen, I'm going to be mixing things up a little bit, moving things around, trying things in different places. My kitchen counters, I kind of want to do something different. I've kind of done the same thing like year after year. Like I just kind of changed out the decor, but I actually want to move some of the pieces around and try them in new ways. So that's the plan for the kitchen. And then in the living room, I want to kind of try to add more florals and greenery than I have in the past. I've really, like I mentioned, struggled with florals and adding them to my decor. But I think just paired with the blue, it'll look really pretty and kind of help soften the color a little bit. So that is the plan. Not exactly sure. I think I'll probably do pink up in our master bedroom as my color. I don't think I'll bring navy up there per se, but we shall see. It'll be fun to bring you along and share with you what I'm going to be doing. But I will be decorating for Valentine's Day probably later this week, so you should see that video on Monday. And a lot of you were asking, Crystal, are you decorating for Valentine's Day or what? I am. I just don't want to have it out too early to the point where I'm kind of sick of it before the holiday even gets here. So later this week, I'll be pulling out the Valentine's decor and you will see that on Monday. So you can be on the lookout for that video as well. So a couple of good ones coming up to share with you. But let's head downstairs and I'll show you those two pieces. So here is the mirror and I love it. It's maybe a little bit big for the table, but we're just gonna deal with it until either I find something else or we just learn to live with it. But I am obsessed. I love that it has the dark wood. It kind of ties in with some of our furniture down here. And then I also like the white on it, which, you know, I just did all my white painting of all the woodwork and stuff, so it kind of just pulls together really well. I don't know that it's 100% perfect above my blue table, but this was literally the place I kind of dreamed and planned it out in my mind to have the mirror. So we'll see what ends up with the table, but I love the mirror and it's like perfect. It helps really brighten up this end of our basement or family room. Just opens it up too. So that's my Kirkland's mirror that I'm very excited about, and that will be hanging there like forever. We're gonna say forever. And then here's that Hobby Lobby wall art that I went with. It was part of the spring shop, but I just really liked how like neutral it was and the size, and it looks really good with the bedding color that we have going on in here. So yeah, I thought that would be perfect to go over the dresser. So you can see we're still kind of working with some curtains and things like that, but that's kind of where we're at with this picture. But I wanted to share with you that I did go back and I snatched it up. Exciting news though for down here is that, was it week or two weeks ago maybe, I was telling you about that I ordered a entertainment center or like a wall unit for our TV on that wall, and they quoted me 12 to 15 weeks. I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait because it's the one I wanted and we can use the one we have until then. It's not a big deal. Well, I got an email like early last week. They're like, surprise, we have it in. I'm like, seriously, like it's only been like 2 weeks since I ordered it. And it was supposed to take 3 months. So I guess that's coming this week. Once it's here, I'll finally like believe it, I think. I thought it was like some sort of a sick joke that they would play on me. But I'm also going to share that here in my next like little basement update video, share with you what it looks like. We'll do some decorating of that as well. So I guess I will just see you in that video. Lots more to come, but thank you so much for watching. Bye.